To find out how bITe works, let us log in as admin. Now go to Admin to bITe Management and to MDA Management and then to Add MDA menu to create a screen to add income details. Now select Transaction Type as Create to create Add Income screen. Now give the module name as Income and screen name as Add Income, which will be the screen heading of the created screen. Now enter the name and primary key of the table where the data from the created screen needs to be inserted. Now enter the insert query in the module query field, with the required columns to be inserted. Now enter the util query to check the uniqueness of the row to be inserted. Now the columns in the insert query will be the columns on the screen, so enter the same columns into Properties Gen fields. Now these columns should be aligned on the screen, so enter number of rows, columns and alignment in Controls Alignment field. Now click on Generate Properties button to define the control types and properties of the columns. Now enter the screen name of the income type field. Then select the control type as drop-down, as income type will be shown as a drop-down on the screen. Now the size of the control on the screen should be entered in this column. Now select the DB type to validate the field against the DB type. Enter the DB size, so that data will be restricted to the same size on the screen. Then select the field visibility. Now select either the field is mandatory or not. Now enter the Select Query in Columns query field to populate the data onto drop-down on screen. Now enter the screen properties of the second field in the next row. Likewise, we have to define screen properties of all the controls to be displayed on the screen. In the same manner, different controls like text box, text area, dates, drop-downs, multi-select list, grids can also be defined. Now save the data, and the required screen is ready. Now add the menu and see how this screen looks like. Now enter the menu items, and give access to bITe admin. In this case we will create a parent menus as bITe demo and child menu as add income details. Now select the type of bITe screen to populate the URL and give our screen name in the place of module in the URL. Now give the access as bITe admin and save the menu. Now log out and log in as bITe admin, and our add income details screen is ready. Now the income type drop-down, details, text area and amount text box are as we defined. Let us see the functionality now. Try entering some test data, and click on Save. Data got saved successfully. Now try adding another control on the screen. Now go to MDA Edit menu in bITe Management and select Allocation Details to add income date. Now add income date in the Insert Query and Properties Gen field, and enter all the properties required for the date in the generated grid. Now change the screen alignment as 2 row 2 columns, as we have 4 columns to display. That will look like 2 fields in each row. Now save and go to Add Income Details to see the changes in the screen. Now the added date is visible on the screen. Enter some test data with the new date field and save. Income details are saved successfully. Now add another module to view the list of saved incomes. Now select the transaction type as search, and enter module name, screen name, table name and primary key as like add income screen. Now the module query will be select query with columns that need to be displayed in the search grid, and util query will be to find out the total number of records in the search. Now enter the fields and properties gen field that need to be displayed in grids, and filter fields in the SR properties gen field. Now set the controls alignment for the fields to be shown on filter. Now click on Generate Fields button, and start entering the field properties in both grid fields and filter fields, as like we did in Add Income screen. Now save the data, and our view screen is ready. Now add the menu under bITe Demo as View Income Details, and create the menu as like Add Income, then log out, and log in to view the View Income Details screen. Now go to View Income Details under bITe Demo menu, and see the View Income screen created. Click on Search button to see the test data entered, with date and without date. Now the fully functional view screen is ready. Now go to bITe Management menu to see how the transaction module creation screen will look like. Transaction or grid module can be created in this screen. Enter module name, screen name, control alignment is like MDA, screens. Populate proc and execute proc are the procs required to run any transaction screen. All the business logic will be in these procs. Now enter the details of the fields on the screen, and enter the properties as like Add Income screen. Let us see how grid modules can be created. Module and grid names are as usual, and grid type has multiple options, with Excel flag option, previous next and also previous next with Ajax facility. Generating the controls and entering the properties will be same as other modules. This is how bITe works. Thank you for watching.